The class is still very light, but we'll move on and others can join. Um, so we're just going to continue from where we stopped yesterday. Uh, yeah, well, I think everybody here actually, I want to believe you guys have your Terraform installed already. Those that were having issues yesterday, they are not yet in the session. So again, we're just going to continue from where we stopped yesterday. We began learning the HashiCorp configuration language syntax, and we deployed our first resource, sort of, you know, just a local file, anyways, just to again understand the HashiCorp configuration language. We would be again moving away from our local file now, and then we'll be moving to deploying to our cloud provider, which is AWS. And I think I mentioned yesterday that there are again checklists, that's things that you need to have configured even on your local machine to be able to deploy to AWS. First and foremost, your Terraform needs to have the rights um, permission to be able to provision resource on your behalf, because again, it's trying to communicate with the AWS APIs now, and then it needs to be able to authenticate, and that is where your AWS CLI actually comes in. There are different ways that this can actually be done. You can actually have, your access key and your secret access secret key, as part of your configuration. That is not a good practice security wise. Exposing your secret key means, especially when you want to check in if you are doing it, running it locally, yeah, you know, that you can slide. But when you start working as part of a team, you need to check in your configuration to say a version control system. Now, you never want to expose your secret key. Yeah, so we I know we already configured the CLI, during our cloud module, but I'm just going to walk through it again, once again, for those that probably uh, have forgotten how to deploy it or configure their CLI. First things first is to create that whatever user now that you want to use, and most organizations, organizations that are IAC focused now, they probably would not give you console access. They would only grant you maybe CLI, access to your cloud provider, hoping that whatever it is that you need to do, you're going to write a configuration file, because you'll be working as part of a team, yeah, and then give you the architecture of what you want to deploy, and then give you the right permissions depending on what infrastructure you want to deploy. So I will be creating a new user now, even though I have access. I'm the admin. I'm also going to be the Terraform user. So I'm going to create a new user that will be using to provision um, my will be using with Terraform. So I'm just going to call this Terraform user. I won't be providing a management console, and I'm just going to add into the admin group, just
Oh, yeah,
so
you're sharing your Gmail.
Jesus Christ. Thank you. I
I thought it was intentional. I didn't know that you didn't know.
I did not know. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Uh, okay, so I'm creating a Terraform user, and which I'll be using now, and I'll be just giving him administrator access, because again, we'll be provisioning all sorts of um, resource. Again, you still want to follow the lists privilege, rule when it comes to provisioning users. Yeah, so I will be creating my secret key and my, where do they do that? Okay, yeah, in my secret credentials. I hope I'm sharing the right screen now though, and my screen is visible because let me not assume. See your screen I'm sharing. All right, sharing the right screen. All right, okay. Let me create access key. I'm sure we all are privy to this, so we're not doing anything. The stage. All right, so I will be configuring this now. Open up my terminal. I can also do this from my VS Code terminal also, uh, either which way. AWS configure. Need to get my access key here. I mean, serious headache. This class must go. And this, I think I pasted it twice. It's not good. US East 2 is fine. Output, I'm just going to use YAML. And I have that. See that I can actually AWS IAM list users. Color that's not my check this the key and sign. Is that command correct? Or why can't I list user? AWS IAM is list from users, yes. Same I. Uh, oh, what am I doing? Is correct. All right. So what did I do wrong earlier? All right. So I have my usually you should download that. So I don't think I'll be needing this anytime soon. So with this old configuration, I would want us to start um, from scratch. Well, so we start um, using best practice when it comes to provisioning our infrastructure. So I will be closing out on this and I'll be creating a new project, well, a new directory altogether. I said we want to uh, start following best practice to make directory and call it July IC. Could have used the same configuration, but nah, let's open a new one. So I think I emphasized yesterday or your organizational skill, especially when you're writing code, whether it's configuration or it's um, you know, yeah, writing, software, yeah, organization would actually save you so much headache. Yeah. So, and then there are conventions when it comes to naming your files also. Uh, all of this, so there are best practices, and it's always good to follow best practice that will save you um, um, a lot of headache on the long run. And also when um, others are reading your code, they are able to um, both understand and appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. So you would see some configurations and then you just start, can't make sense of it because, you don't, whoever wrote it did not follow best practice. And it's always very hard to maintain such configurations. Yeah. So moving forward, like I said, we'll try to follow best practices, start learning how to, both um, use the right um, file names, extensions. Well, we've talked about the .tf extension. So usually, if you go around Terraform, I think this also we have. I think in well, depending on the programming language, they have entry points, to um, that code base now where all of the other functions that are attached to that full uh, application starts from. Yeah, so in Terraform we have the main.tf um, file. Yeah, it's again by convention like the entry points to your Terraform configuration. And I think I mentioned yesterday that you can have multiple you you will have multiple configuration files when we start modularizing and optimizing our configuration. You see that is good to put your different, you have multiple files here, and then there are naming conventions for all of this. When we start talking about different constructs now, talking about variables and outputs, and yeah, there are ways to actually structure your workspace, your configuration files, so that you separate concerns now, when you have variables, and then when we get into modules now, you see we better appreciate all of these things. Yeah. Yeah. So the goal now, well, we'll start um, from the basics. Yeah. So just like again, programming, we want to start by creating a hello world kind of infrastructure, which will be our EC2 is still again the most uh, uh, sorry, the EC2 is still I'd say the most widely used AWS service. Yeah, yeah, I stand right. And like I said, the way I go about, even if it's just the EC2 instance, I always like to use to search my AWS EC2. I know we did this yesterday. So for whatever resource that you want to create, I think if you use this format, it will take you directly to that particular resource. You can also, if you have the time, play around the registry, but it can get overwhelming, trying to search for a particular service. Yeah, and then if you use that and that's one liner search query to save you a few minutes of trying to again locate. You probably, if you wanted to search now, you probably want to search for AWS EC2, whereas it's called AWS instance in the documentation. And then we have all sorts of um, examples here, even though they say they are basic examples. Well, they are introducing some constructs, and we are still trying to take baby steps in this. So we just want to provision a very simple EC2 instance, just one EC2 instance. And I'm sure, yes, this very one should be fine, and I can go ahead and um, play around this. Yeah, so we can do this like this, but by convention again, is usually also good practice to add um, what we call the provider block. Yeah, so again, that's I can get from the Terraform configuration. All of these things I won't be writing from my head because uh, so if I come to use provider, I see that I have, yes, we have the Terraform kind of configuration also, which you can use in specifying um, the required provider and the source. I'll talk about this now if you want to use a specific version of Terraform. But the provider block that I'm talking about is this. Well, yeah, there are other configuration now that's can be added to this if I come to the AWS provider. Yeah, so I can just use this. I will come back to, okay, let me, and it's also good practice to comment um your your configuration. So because especially when you start deploying much complex things, yeah, um, your comments would serve as documentation or whoever it is that needs to read your um, configuration data. So this, I know I don't need any of this. I'm just going to uh, comment. I'll just take this off. Uh, and I know this AMI is not going to work because again, so there are different ways to get your AMI. If we do not have console access, there are ways to actually use Terraform to actually pull list of AMIs, but I have console access, so I will go ahead and still follow this path now. And we know our AMIs are region specific, so you have to be sure you're in the right region while you want to pull an AMI for this. Where is AMI ID? Just taking its time. I'm not going to provision on M5 large. The micro is fine. What else do I need in here? Again, we can have multiple things in here, but I want to keep this really small. Why is my Copilot not? Right, with this, I have very basic configuration and I can go ahead and run this. I'm going to initialize and well, those three things, Terraform init. So I mentioned earlier that if you want to configure your secret access key, which again is not best practice, this is the part where I think you have your access key. Not supposed to use. So you have access key. Uh, study to do this. Secret key, and you have quite a number of things that you can use for authentication and all the likes, but it's not advisable that you add those in here. So I'm going to initialize this. Hopefully my network does not misbehave. The install provider. And I can upgrade registry. I did not name this. This is not why though. This is a strange field to install provider. Upgrade. So I've had this experience before, and um, suspecting um, network can be a very can be so annoying in this. If this does not work, let's see. No such posts. This is strange.
Hmm. Sorry, sir. What about that part I would do with where you say Terraform when you open the regular instance? This other part, yeah, this other part.
Uh,
It's not
it-
compulsory.
it's not compulsory actually. We
Okay,
can
it's
actually run this without, you know, adding this
that part.
block of code.
That part. Okay.
So I don't know why he's complaining about this. With this is what he actually uses to pull in. Is required actually to pull in the required provider. I don't know why it's giving me.
But question, so if we don't need that upper part, right?
Mhm.
At what point do we specify what AWS instance it should be connecting with, should be connecting to?
What AWS is?
At what point do we specify?
What provider you mean?
Correct. So like, well, our provider is AWS, right? Isn't that
Yes.
the provider?
Mhm.
That's the
Mm.
CSP. Okay. So how do we tell it that deploy these resources to Henry's AWS account and not to Moya's AWS account?
So when we configured our AWS CLI, AWS configure,
Uh-huh.
you can actually do that from that part. You can have multiple, say you are, a DevOps ninja now and you're working for 10 different organizations, yeah, and you have access
Mm-hmm.
the secret and access key to different organizations. While you do your AWS configure, yeah, um, you
Mm-hmm.
can specify, there's a profile flag that you have in AWS, and then you can say, okay, this is for mobile tech, and then, create um, see now that when I appended the profile Tech, it did not bring out, any secrets access key rather, compared to when I, just ran the AWS configure. That's going to be the default one. So you can now specify, you can have multiple profiles now as part of your AWS configure. This again kind of keeps your AWS configuration kind of, secrets, is residing inside the authentication is done on your local machine. Yeah, but you can still go ahead and add all of those inside of your configuration, which again is not best practice. But then the question now arises, okay, yeah, I have multiple profiles now. How do I specify which profile I want to use for which configuration? This is where this is now um, um, necessary. You would need to use this AWS provider, and in this provider, what did I do? In this provider, I think there is let me just comment out all of this first. It's breaking my code, that's why I commented it out. There is a profile, there's a profile option here, and you can now specify, okay, yes, whatever profile that you have configured in your AWS CLI, you can use that, to tell Terraform, okay, yes, I have different profiles configured in my AWS CLI, but this is the profile I want you to use for this particular
Okay. Okay.
configuration, and then it would use that, access key and secret access key, and then provision to the right AWS
Okay.
account.
But it has to already have been configured in your AWS configure
CLI, yes, yes.
CLI. Okay.
Except you want to do it in here, adding your access key and secret access key, and that is not, again, it's not best practice. It means you'll be exposing your security key and access key. But if you know you're not pushing to source control, but again, why not just use your AWS CLI? Anybody can be looking over your shoulder, then even if it's in your house. Uh, uh, Again, there are multiple ways of actually, doing uh, same thing. Yeah. So I'm going to, I don't know why this is not working. It's strange. Did that answer your question, Larry?
Yes, yes,
All right,
it
cool.
did.
I guess I would need to enforce this. So I'm going to add this. So I can use version greater than 5. Then I want to confirm that this actually works. I'm going to do Terraform init again. See if it's going to. All right, so this actually is saying we need to use this Terraform block before we can use the provider block here, which wasn't the case. Again, all of these, they are actually not a prerequisite. You
Yeah.
can run your,
That's that.
without. Is
That's that.
somebody saying something? Okay.
Okay.
Was that for me? Okay, no. Guess not. All right, so we have done this. So I would Terraform plan or apply. Yeah, either which way. So we see that we're going to add one, and then this will go ahead and provision so many other things on our behalf.
What does Terraform plan do?
It basically just lists out, gives you a blueprint of what it's about to deploy. So it wants to perform the following, option, actions. Now is so when you run your Terraform plan, it doesn't prompt you. It just tells you, okay, this is what I have taken from your configuration, and you are telling me to do. Yeah. So even though when you run the Terraform apply, it will also still list out all of this. But now he's telling you, okay, this is what I'm about to do. Now this is saying it's just listing out. This is just an execution plan, and this is what you are, like a preview of what you're about to provision or to create now. And then the Terraform apply. I'm going to use an auto approve because I don't. So approve. So this will go ahead and create IAC-2 instance. So the beauty of this, again, would see much more when we have a number of resource that we need to create. Yeah. So this, if I go back to my console now, should have that EC2 instance provisioned. Yes, this is very, very straightforward. We, it's basically what we did yesterday, but albeit now we are provisioning resource in AWS. And the same way you do this is the same way you can provision any resource. And then all the difference is just that now you probably need, say you're provisioning a production kind of architecture. All you need to do, you have the right, put it in the right VPC, right subnets, and then when you're doing all of this, you have to, I don't want to say it's the downside. You have to, there are some properties now that's, on the console is just going to be with a click of a button. But when you're writing, you have to be explicit. You have to be detailed kind of when you're writing your configuration for the first time. So this actually gives, again, for documentation purpose, kind of. Yeah. So I hope this is very straightforward, guys. This is just, again, like the hello world of configuration management, infrastructure as code rather. So now we're going to take this. Oh, I am everywhere still. Commenting this out, like I said, I can do a Terraform destroy, which I could just do a Terraform apply, and this will go ahead and delete that resource. I didn't even confirm that this was actually provisioned, but I'm very, very sure that, it was provisioned, and I'm sure it's already terminating it now. Still running, no ban test. Why have you not? Okay, it's destroying that already. All right, this is already terminating. Again, I think we can trust Terraform. Once we do a destroy, we don't have to go and check the console to actually do that. Yeah. Bliss is with us today. Welcome, Bliss. We're not here yesterday. All right, so like I said, we will be taking this again further by creating. Now we have created um, um, a simple EC2 instance. Now let's explore how to create VPC and also a subnet. And the purpose of we exploring this is to introduce us to some concepts now, a concept that is actually very, very important. Like I said, I think it was Henry that even asked yesterday, or yeah, how do we reference, okay, yes, the question was what was the name, of this instance, and I tried to explain, the concept of interpolation. So this next set of resources now that we want to create now would help us to understand, to talk about this particular interpolation. Yeah, so as we are running a few examples, we will be talking about a few constructs which are going to be fundamental to writing your configuration. Again, we are still learning the HashiCorp configuration language. By the time we put all of these pieces together, you will now be able to create more robust, kind of infrastructure. So, like I said, I always like to, no matter how simple, that service I want to create now, I would, again, so that you guys can AWS VPC. I don't need module. Talk about module later. So I will be getting my VPC. I'm using this because of tags. I will remove whatever it is that is unnecessary. This is not necessary. Target is mobile. All right. So next, I want to create subnets. Again, I will do a Terraform AWS subnet. Subnet resource. I will be using the basic one. Again, we have the different attributes, references, arguments, properties for each of those services. So now we are creating multiple resources. Okay, I was going to actually ask, there is a property. So if we want to create, before I move forward, sorry guys, I knew I wanted to say something about this. So for this instance, I'm sure most would say I could have created my instance from, the console easy, same way you did it. But the beauty of this again is there is a particular property that you can append, you can use just only one liner to create as many instances as you want. Say I want to create 200 instances. All I need to do is add that property to this configuration, and this would create, all of those instances in a jiffy. Yeah. So, but I'm going to leave you guys to go figure out. It's just a property now that you add to this. I will ask for it, or it's one property. You add it to this very simple configuration, and you can use it to deploy multiple EC2 instance. Yeah. All right, moving on. So this, okay, yes, we have our subnet now. I'm just going to name this subnet 1. And then the VPC ID. This is where our interpolation comes in. So what interpolation means is actually amazingly useful, and you'll be using it a lot. And if you understand these concepts, you will be able to deploy, complex infrastructure, because you will be using the output of one resource as, an argument to another resource. That's the basic. That's the um, definition of what interpolation means. Interpolation is spelled interpolation. Yeah, it's basically a concept where you use the outputs of a resource, say our VPC ID now. If we go back to our knowledge of provisioning VPC from the console, subnet rather, you have to specify the VPC that you want to create your subnet in. So that is where this VPC ID actually is a required field. If we go through the references, I'm sure VPC ID somewhere at the bottom is required. That's the VPC ID, basically attaching your subnet to the VPC. And then how do you point it to the right VPC? And that is where your interpolation comes in. And that is where your reference name, this logical name that you have, also is important. You can have multiple VPCs inside of your configuration, but this name is what is going to kind of determine exactly which of the VPCs you're pointing to, because for this particular attribute, it's kind of keyword is cut across all of the different VPCs. Now every VPC would have this, and I mentioned that this, I think all of this here is an attribute of a block. Yeah, so your resource provider, and then the resource type, and then the name, all of this together makes up your attributes. And interpolation is just basically a combination of all of this, and then the HashiCorp HCL uses the dot notation to concatenate strings together. We'll talk about variables soon. I'm sure you guys already have knowledge of different data types. We've talked about a few data types, and those are data types we'll be using as parts. We'll be learning also. Again, we'll just be carrying forward that knowledge. Strings are in quotes, so anything you see in double quotes, that it is a string. So how do we add strings together? This is a string, this is a string. We want to kind of merge them. The word we use is concatenation, and then HashiCorp uses that dot notation to concatenate, to join strings together to make them form a single value now. Yeah, so now that we've concatenated this string, interpolation is basically when you add another dot, you're trying to append something else. Because of the declarative nature of the HCL, this particular VPC ID, even though it has not been the VPC has not been created yet, but because all we telling Terraform is we're just telling Terraform, okay, this is what we want to achieve. How it's going to go ahead and get all of those values now is left to the engine, the Terraform engine, to decide. But Terraform is smart enough to know that, okay, yes, this particular resource will be created very, very soon, and as part of its creation, there are properties that would also be created alongside that particular resource, and you have access to those resources even before they were created. And I think that's very, very awesome. Yeah. And so we have all of this, yeah, different properties now. That is kind of the output of the VPC resource that's not been created or that will be created, and then we want to pass there as part of the input now, or arguments to this particular subnet resource that we also trying to create. So it's the ID, the VPC ID now that we are actually concerned. We'll see the use case of this interpolation over and over again. Like I said, it's going to be construct now that you'll be using over and again. So you get used to it you'll be referencing different um, properties that would be like an output, from a resource to, and using it as an input to other resource. I think our subnet CIDR block is fine. 10.0, 16.24. Yep. So this as subnet one. Yeah, and I think is worthy to note that again, the declarative nature of Terraform. Okay, Atford, I see your hands up.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I want to find out now. Are we still going to put in AZ here too now? Availability zone.
Yes, you can go ahead and select and put an availability zone. Is a property. Again, from the top of my head, I may not, but it should be a property availability zone. So you have availability zone in here. Yes, we can go ahead. I'm trying to stick to the basic. So you can choose what availability zone, and the availability zone now would be determined by what's wherever it is, what region now that you're provisioning your infrastructure in. So because we are into US East 2, so it has to be one of the availability zones that is in US 2. Usually, we are coding all of these things now, but there are better ways of actually doing this. We'll learn about this. We'll be using our data source now to pull in a list of ability zones and then using that, interpolating that also in here. Whatever property that you have in here, you can use them as part of this. But most of them, you see that they are optional. Yes, the optional, only the required ones is what I'm trying to stick with for now. Okay. Okay. This is fine. Okay, yes, I was going to say that the order in which you place your resource actually does not matter in Terraform. Yeah, so I could go ahead and put my my subnet even before the VPC, and Terraform is smart enough. Again, it's not procedural. It doesn't go from top to bottom. It will go through your entire configuration, and it knows which resource needs to be created before, and all of these arguments that you pass also would be kind of I know it uses that as a determining factor in the order in which it actually provisions those resources. Yeah. So if I go ahead and let's do Terraform plan. And I think it's also good practice, yeah, especially when you are provisioning multiple resources, yeah, to have kind of a plan, maybe, okay, yeah, if you have, your architectural diagram, that's good. But when you're writing the configuration also, it's always good to have, well, if you can have a mental plan of how it goes, fine. And I think I mentioned, we'll talk about this in a bit though. Yeah. And then so that when you can create a fraction of your infrastructure and then run it to see that you don't have any typographical errors, or you're not missing something in there. Because if you go ahead and provision multiple resources before you run your plan or apply now, and then you have multiple errors in your code, it's going to take more time to debugging. Yeah, so you don't want to have written multiple lines of code before you start debugging. You want to try to limit the point of failures now in your configuration. Yeah, this is just kind of advice. So this is creating our VPC, yeah, and all of that. I think that is done. It took less than 5 seconds to do all of those. Yeah. I hope you guys are still with me. Did you get the concept of interpolation? Because it's very, very important that we understand this.
It's like referencing, right?
Base exactly is referencing, and then it's always so it's easy to say, okay, yes, I'm creating an AWS VPC, and then you want to type it. I think it's always good that whatever service resource you're trying to reference now, just use the attributes and then append, just edit that. That will save you. Yes, it's basically referencing, an attribute of the resource in another resource. Yeah. Yeah, and this helps Terraform again to work out the dependency order, so that it creates the resources in the right order. Yeah, so I don't know why I want to check this though, but I'm sure our VPC has been created. Um, Henry, are you walking along with me?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not today.
Okay.
I'm just watching.
Okay. No problem. No problem. I know, okay, before I even run this, I wanted to show that we have a few other Terraform commands now, which I think, when your configuration starts to grow, you want to take advantage of those helper configure commands now. I always use the Terraform help flag. And so we have all of this. So I use format a lot, especially if I have to type in a few um, configuration myself. Format will just basically help you format your configuration, you putting it in, a standard way so that, is kind of readable. All of the opening and closing braces are, in the right spots. So you want to use that from time to time. And also Terraform, a few of these commands would be using, I think, Terraform. It's not here now. Has it been? Can't even remember the name of that this thing now. But Terraform format
Is it
is
validate?
yes, you are in the spirit, Master Ashford. Is Terraform validate?
It's up there now, among the first five.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
among the first five, yes. So check whether your configuration is valid or not.
Yeah.
Yes. So you would want to use this, especially when your configuration is growing. When you have hundreds, 200 lines of configuration, you want to. This would kind of point you to wherever it is that maybe you have a misconfiguration. Yeah. So I use this too quite a lot. This format especially, it had corrected something in our little configuration that we have here. And albeit you might not see because it will do that, but it will return if you have multiple files now, you run this, it will tell you all of the files now that it had run something for you there. So all of these commands, you probably want to try them out. If you have the time, you can run a Terraform show state list, to see a list of. So if you're not running your state file locally, I think you can use the Terraform state. Okay, state list. Oh boy. Hello. Hi guys with me. I just lost power. So you guys, please give me a minute. I know I was kicked off for a minute there. Thanks. Sorry about that. So it was a Terraform state show, I think. Terraform state. This state show has to take place now. Okay, so this will just list the resources that you have. I think state show would show you all of the give you more detailed lists of show resource in the states. Oh, okay. So you have to pass in for state show, you have to pass in I think the name of the resource now. Sorry, AWS subnet, so AWS VPC. Yeah, can't remember how to use this. So all of this are they are what's playing around. I talked about our state file yesterday, how is actually it holds basically represents all of the states and keeps track of all of the created resources. It's a JSON formatted, file, and is very, very crucial because if it holds secrets also, it holds secrets. Say you have a database now, created a database, and all of those things that you created as part of it. The state file contains all of that information, sensitive information, and that's why it's always advisable that it is stored remotely. And we'll see how you can actually store that remotely instead of having it stored locally. Yeah, all right. So I'm just going to destroy this. Destroy. I know I said using destroy is not good. Well, we don't have anything here that we can be afraid to lose. All right, so it's time 8 o'clock. So we want to run a more elaborate um, well, deployment now. So this is going to be more like a ClassWork. So like I said, I always try to have like a mental overview of whatever it is I want to deploy. And this again helps me kind of document also my configuration. Yeah, so I'm just going to type out a few things really fast, and you guys would be the ones to work on this. I don't know who would be able to share their screen. So it's just going to be 10. Okay. Need to create internet gateway. right. I'm making progress. Security group. Law 22, 80, and maybe 443 if it's necessary. Let's create a network interface with an IP in the subnet that was created in step 4. All right, this makes sense. 8, assign elastic IP to the network interface in step 7. All right, this guy is helping me out, creating a Ubuntu server and install I created it. Okay, Ubuntu server that we have to be and then Apache 2 audit. So when I again want to create however you know service I want to create now, I always let's take this a bit further and I'll put the IP address of the server so that we can get this also. All right, so I like to always start my configuration file with this kind of plan so that under each, so this has kind of given me a documentation, a base to start on. So I can go ahead now, create my VPC resource, go to the next one, create my internet gateway, on and on like that. That way it makes, whatever I'm doing easy. Yeah, so you guys will be working on this, for the next 30 minutes. I don't know, is there who is willing to share the screen? Yes, this is ClassWork. You guys would work together. So I don't know who would want to share their screen. I'm going to paste this in the chats, except maybe you guys want to.
I will share my screen.
But they will have to guide you. So you're sharing your screen.
Correct, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to stop sharing now, and then.
But let me say 1 + 1, for example, divide the X as ClassWork.
He's coming down. He's now one. He's still 1 + 1. If everybody is even complaining, Palumi, I beg rest. So while you guys are working on it, I also will be working on it on my own end. I know I'll be faster because I won't have to be talking, but you guys, try to walk through this together. Trust me, you'll be using that. That's why I had to introduce the interpolation, because you'll be using it, you'll be referencing, a lot of these resources amongst themselves. Yeah. So you guys have 30 minutes. Your time starts now.
Okay, guys, let's get off mute and get this work done. Should I share my screen now and you guys can start guiding me?
The guide is he there with us now? Do you have the guide?
What kind of question is that?
I'm not doing the guide. You know the VPC, subnet. What is it?
Oh, okay, it's on the chat. Check the chat. Check the chat.
God, Ford. You dey drink Tombo.
Okay, no, sorry, my chat is open. That's why.
Oh.
I just open it now. Sorry.
We are not deploying any elastic cache on my tenant, on my you are not going to if it's elastic cache, come on, go on, share your screen.
But you are the one sharing your screen now.
No, but we are not deploying elastic cache on my instance. I think God beg you, all of you.
There's no cache here. There's no cache here now.
Just whining him.
Elastic. No, I know you are whining me. I was responding to your whining. You okay? Oh, the shemilishe. Now I want kill
you. Got your VS Code now.
You guys should tell me when you want me to start now. If not, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting on your instructions at this point because I believe that you guys have the experience. I mean, Hartford and this is time for you guys to show what's, you know. Belumi has been working on this very big project that he's been talking about for some time, and now all of a sudden you don't want to talk about it again. I beg go.
You have your
Wait.
you have your what do you call it now? Your
Eh?
CLI, everything is your system.
Everything is ready. Everything is ready.
Well,
Just tell me
But
when
we
you want
can't
me
see
to
your
start.
screen.
display your this thing now. VS code now.
People
I'm not
they
seeing it.
now
What I'm
they
seeing is what I'm seeing is
guys.
the.
Are you sharing your screen?
The host has disabled sharing, participant sharing.
So
If
how
the
do you
host allows us.
Sorry. You can try to share
so
again. Sorry, my
we are
bad.
resetting.
Oh, the host self is killing
30
our vibe
minutes.
now.
When I know
30 minutes
vex,
starts now, please.
okay, yes, yeah, just starting now. New.
Oh yeah. Can you guys see my screen? Can
I'll
you guys
give
see
you
my
yeah.
screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you guys want us to start from? This is the continuation from yesterday. I followed the class to the point where my intellectual capability was
Actually, let us use a new this thing now so that this is a
okay.
fresh, yeah.
Okay, tell me what the new this thing should be.
Can you go to your file explorer and create a new?
Okay. I can definitely do that. So if I go to file, let me create a new file, right? It's going to be a text file, right? And then let me name it.
No. This not creating it under this directory?
Yes. Now you want me to create a new directory?
Yeah.
That's thing to say.
Okay. Let me go to my make dir. What should we call it?
ClassWork. Mobile.
Class. Let me do mobile. Mobile ClassWork.
Error.
What position?
Get together. Use IP to get IP.
Okay, because it's looking for yeah. Sorry. Okay, so this has been done now. All right, so now that we have that, let me cd into mobile dash
Press tab now.
ClassWork. Okay, let me do. Kilode. It's not recognized. Okay, hold on. CD.
Yeah.
Look
at the video.
All this one, I'm just doing too long thing. Let me just go to the directory itself. This is this is the directory itself. I can create a new file in the directory itself. Okay, so what should we call the file? Dami lohun, you people
Main.tf.
ClassWork.tf.
You guys, our 30 minutes is going, because if we don't make these things, you guys are blamed for everything.
ClassWork.tf now.
Okay. Because ClassWork.tf. Okay, I've done that now. I've typed it. ClassWork.tf. Okay. Oh yeah, what should I do next? I don't know Terraform. It's you guys that know it.
Okay. Instead of what? Okay, you can name it ClassWork.tf too, but I just prefer main.tf.
Main.tf, I can rename it, my brother. If you want main.tf, my brother, I can do whatever you want.
Calm down with all these this thing now.
Let me see if I can rename this thing. Where rename? Okay, rename day here. Okay, I've renamed it Ogami.
Yeah, hold on. I want to just
Paste
bring out
something. Okay.
the AWS system.
That's your big project you are working on. Just copy the code from there, paste it here. Let us show Moyo that we have the capacity as a team.
The place.
Let us show Moyo that we have the capacity. That is not only him that can speak English on this call. We too, we know. I should rather me.
The thing is, I've not even gone this intense as Moyo has dropped it down. Honestly, a lot of things that he's saying that we should deploy here as ClassWork.
He's giving us the YDX. He did 1 + 1 and he gave us the YDX.
This is how you learn, guys.
don't jack come out. It's only you now, Pelumi. He has come back. He has come back. Ogaford.
The ClassWork shaking network.
Ogaford, you can't leave again. No. If you leave again, you can't leave. You can't leave again. No.
Yeah, with that.
Where are we here? Have we started? We have not started anything now.
Yeah, go to this thing. Go to your registry now. Get that Terraform something now. Visit now.
I should do what?
Go to registry. Go to
Terraform.
Okay, Terraform.io. Hold on. Don't worry. I got you. Let me know if you can see my browser.
Yeah, I can see it. Yes.
Okay, this is registry here.
Mm.
Is this registry? Yes, this is registry. Or let me. Should I go to providers?
Yeah, providers. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, Terraform AWS. What are we trying to create?
Yes,
What are we trying to create? AWS.
No, the first I don't call it now. The first one first. We're going to copy and paste that one. Then have to Terraform.
Okay, VPC. Okay, thank you.
VPC is the first one we're creating.
Okay, we're creating the VPC. Okay, AWS VPC. So are we using the very basic one, or there's
the very basic one, as he said, as Moyo has said in class? You should just find the simplest.
Okay, this is the basic one right here. The basic one is the resource CIDR block, but I haven't set my CLI. I haven't initialized my CLI. AWS configure. Should I do the profile?
Oh,
hold on.
We have to do that aspect first so that I can be
able to deploy it straight to AWS, right?
Yes.
Okay, do that.
So I think it's gonna be Henry DevOps. Okay. So my AWS access key ID. I don't know this one. No. What's my access key ID? So my access key ID will be DevOps resources.
Ask you the question. Say you have done it. Ask you the question. You have configured your AWS CLI. Say yes.
I have not configured anything. I have not configured my AWS CLI. Trying to get what my access key ID will be. Should I log in as a CLI user? Okay, I think CLI user will be able to create resources in my AWS. Let me get the. Oh God, for that beg, no vex for me. Now you disconnected. Now you are.
My network went off.
Is it my fault that is it okay? Maybe it's Pelumi's fault that your network went off.
I beg.
Emma, you people should be patient with me. I'm still learning. You guys are gurus in this thing. I don't even know what Terraform is all about. I'm still trying to figure it out. The default region. What's my default region name? My default region is my Ohio region. It's only showing me global.
Where you want it to be deploying to. So just choose one region.
US is 2. US is 2. Okay. Format. Should I use YAML or JSON? None. Okay.
Okay. JSON. Use JSON. Use JSON.
Okay. All right. So let me see.
Do we do AWS login or?
No, do this. You have a listing. You have any user there? List user. Let's see whether it's connected.
AWS list user. Yeah.
List dash. Is it users or user?
Users. Yes.
Users. Okay. Yeah. So I'm
Okay,
connected
it's
now.
connected. Okay.
Okay. So
let's copy the VPC.
okay, the VPC don't connect now.
No, like the code for the VPC.
Yeah, I've already copied it now. That's what is up here. The basic one.
No. It's not going to work like that.
Okay.
Go back.
Yes,
back to
one
my-
that the Terraform on top with this thing.
What of your provider?
Provider, yes.
provider. Oh, you
Hold
mean
on,
this
just hold on.
resource?
This is just tag. Don't worry, just this is the most basic. So let's leave that one there. Scroll up.
Okay. This is the
No.
beginning of the page.
Yeah. See if use provider.
Where?
Use provider.
Where is use provider?
Beside documentation. Overview documentation use provider.
Yes, okay. Up, Abby.
Yeah. Copy
Okay.
this.
Good.
Everything.
No, I was sorry. I was trying to read it. Sorry. Before I go
Yeah.
type something
You
inside
paste it
my
there
head.
too.
When go scatter my machine.
No. Up. You should be before this ones.
Okay, before this. Okay.
Yes, start from up. Yes, correct.
No, I have to try to make sense of it first before I.
Yeah. Click on that drop down. Let's see.
On which drop down?
You
My
minimize the
resources.
code. Okay. So I think let us use tag too now. We use tag in the normal deployment already. Just go back.
Are you zoom out a bit?
Go back where here.
To your copy this tag. This no, not the whole thing, just the tag parts. Just the tag parts. No. The tag
This one.
tag part that is saying name. Don't copy the whole thing. Just copy just that tag block. Yeah, and paste it there.
My brother, be
So
patient
that's the
with
only
me.
thing. That's the only thing we
Okay.
need there.
Where should I paste it?
Paste it
under these guys.
Yeah, under it.
Okay.
Why is it? Okay. So
it was just giving me
VPC.
intelligence. Okay.
Yeah, okay. VPC is down now. So what else? What's the next thing?
Let me properly now. I'm going to use the main for it.
What?
Class one VPC.
Okay.
Let's name it properly.
What? Okay.
Go to your this thing. Go to your that main there.
That main. No. That
VPC.
main. Leave the tag for now. Just do the main.
VPC.
Okay. No, so I think you should worry about the tag too. Just copy this ClassWork VPC and paste it in the name too for tag. So internet gateway, I think that's the next thing. All right, and we have to finish this in 30 minutes. Okay. So let me look for internet gateway.
All right, let me go back and look for internet. So this is the tags for.
Is it? I think it's inside VPC.
It's inside VPC. Okay.
I
think it's yeah, I've seen it. Internet gateway. So just pick the easiest. Have you seen it?
No, where is it?
Where is it?
It's inside VPC, the VPC column. No. Scroll to this where the resources are listed, where the AWS providers are listed on your left. Scroll down to VPC. Scroll down to VPC. Scroll down very well. VPC is down. Yeah, VPC is.
Oh,
No. You see it here. Scroll up a bit. Internet gateways. Scroll up. Yeah, see. I just saw it now. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is it. No, copy now. Click on the copy icon.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read it first because.
Okay.
Okay,
catch you.
No, not be safe here. They catch me. I'm trying to understand the thing too now. Not be only when I go understand something now. I need to. So.
We're not working with time.
No. Before, like, it's going to be not
Under
here.
that.
It's under, yeah. Not there.
Where? Line what? There are line numbers there.
Line 24. Line 24.
Okay.
Start from, put your cursor on line 24 and press enter. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Let's use line number so I'm not confused.
okay.
Mhm.
So
All right. The
yeah, so you can just say
internet gateway.
classwork, IGW.
IGW.
Look at the VPC ID at where to change it. We'll change the VPC ID.
Yeah, you just change it to, instead from main, you change it to classwork VPC.
ClassWork.
Gateway.
So that VPC ID, that main that is there,
Uh-huh.
change it to classwork VPC.
ClassWork VPC
correct. .id.
.id. Oh, so this is the
that GW
interpolation. That GW. What should I call it? ClassWork IGW, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I wrote some codes. I dropped some code on the chat, so just check that. So
Okay.
just to be honest, fast 3 and 4. I've dropped 3 and 4. So
Okay.
just fill it in with the right information.
VPC. We have created VP. Okay. So this is.
So 3 and 4. You see 3 and 4 there. Just copy 3 and 4 out.
Four.
Not there.
Use line
30.
number.
Line 30.
Use just use line number. Okay.
Have you copied 3 and 4 like that? Scroll up.
Yes, no, that's what I copied now.
Okay.
Starting from line 30. So route table.
Okay. So it's not going to be classwork RT. So okay. Hold on. Before you type, press Control Shift L. Control Shift L together. Have you done it?
I'm pressing it. It's
Now
just downloading my main this thing for me.
I'm not sure you do, because it's supposed to highlight everywhere this route table, my route table is existing, and you'll be able to do your edit, changing. You'll be able to change it at once instead of changing it in 2 places. I don't know if you get me.
Hold on.
No.
Okay,
Just copy.
Hold on. Believe me. I'm trying to see what that thing said. It says control. Okay, no. Because when I did it, Control Shift L. It's L for lion, right?
Yeah, for lion. Yeah.
It's actually just downloading. It's just downloading the file for me, and that's not what I want.
Wow.
But anyway, so it's supposed to do classwork RT, right?
Yeah.
Classwork RT route table. Okay, so wherever I see classwork RT, let me copy it from here. The the gateway ID is the internet gateway. The VPC ID will be the AWS dot.
So you are going to change this my internet gateway to the classwork IGW.
.id.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Then this one will be AWS internet gateway dot this one, right? .id, correct?
Yeah, .id. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So what did you change before now? Before this?
This one, I changed this one. The VPC ID right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. I get it now. VPC ID. Okay.
Then the route, the gateway ID is gonna be this. Get the IGW ID that we have here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this CIDR block is okay.
CIDR block. I don't know. I don't know. So the CIDR block for, I think it should be 16. Should be 10.0.0.0.
Are you guys using lens? This is too small now. Zoom it out a bit now.
What's that?
Say your character is too small. Zoom it and the visual can be big a bit. I'm not saying properly.
Zoom in like this. I'm
Okay.
even finding it hard to read it.
It's too tiny.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, I hear you guys. Where's my Zoom? Where's my Zoom? This thing now.
Just press Ctrl Shift minus and plus rather.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, much better.
Is this one better?
It's better now.
Okay, good. All right.
So we've done internet gateway.
We've done route table.
Route table.
Why not close?
Now.
Henry, why not close your terminal so you have more space for your configuration?
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my subnet. Let's do my subnet now. ClassWork subnet.
Wait. So the route, the tag for the route, is this correct? My route table. Is that what we want to leave it as?
No, this class RT.
A subnet last day. Chimo.
ClassWork RT. ClassWork RT. Sorry.
Rounding up.
Okay. So subnet.
The
VPC ID. We need the VPC ID.
Taiwo, you're not joining in this work.
I'm observing.
He's observing. You're supposed to be participating.
No, but Pelumi is like anchoring the OTI. We are following.
So the
ClassWork,
route.
ClassWork subnet.
Look at this route here.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not sure about the IP though. But I think we should just
decider block is not.
You can use 10.0.0/16.
Yeah. So which is 16.
All right. So this one should be 10.
No.
Oh.
No. Leave it at 0000. Just leave it there first. Now let's sort the rest. Let's sort the rest.
It can be 10.0.0 though, but okay.
You know, we've done this is the VPC. It's from the VPC that we are creating the subnet. So since VPC is already 10.0.0/16,
so this one should be 10.0.0.1.
Yes, and then 24.
This is not the subnet now. This is the route table. Now we are going to subnet now. The subnet is the one, the last one. So just first leave that one first, and let's address this subnet. So
okay, the decider block for the subnet looks okay.
Yeah. So my subnet, change the name.
Okay.
Let me drop the rest.
Oh, did I not save this thing?
Save what?
My region, where I specify the region I would like to use. I can't find it.
You're up now.
No, it's not saved here now. It's in your terminal. Like you did all those things on your terminal now, right? But I think you're supposed to specify region.
I specified it, at the top when I copied. There was a section where I copied, I pasted it here, and then I specified what I would like my region to be.
At the top.
US is 2 that time, right?
Yes. I specified that. Yes. But anyway.
Scroll up.
I mean, I'm at the very top. This is the very top. This is the top. Terraform, AWS, HashiCorp, then this one.
Where's the provider? Okay. Let me give you something. You check the chat and scroll up to the first one that I sent.
Okay.
Scroll up to the first. So you replace it, you make that correction in this code that I've written here. So you see provider AWS, and then you see the region. So just paste it there.
Okay.
Yeah. So US, is it East one that you used before?
I'm gonna check that now.
It is 2. You use 2.
Yes, it's 2.
Yeah.
You don't use ChatGPT.
So before Uncle,
I'm even being lenient with what I'm using.
That's good. Hopefully it runs.
So
I mean, ChatGPT is there.
That's
for
the
you
problem.
To use now, so.
That's where I used to encounter issues like.
Yes, so this is going to be US is 2. And then the tag here will be
yes
ClassWork. So is this going to be a public or a private subnet?
US2A. Put 2A there.
No, ClassWork. What's the name of our
Wait,
VPC?
how many subnets are we even supposed to create?
One, I know one.
It's only one. He said only one.
Create a subnet. So associate route table with the subnet. So we've created that subnet. My ClassWork subnet.
ClassWork subnet 1. Oh, okay. So I'll do this one.
No, why are you saying one? Since it's just one subnet that we're creating.
Just in case I choose to expand this. Don't worry about it. In case I choose to expand this on a personal basis, I'll just use one. That's fine. Subnet 1. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
That's all. Check the chat. I'll drop the recommended code.
Okay. 5 associate rule with subnet. With subnet. Okay. So this is this. All right. Let me just copy this whole thing. All right. Looks like we have one problematic squiggly line here.
Where is it?
This one here, we don't know.
It's my security group.
Huh?
Hold on.
Let me go back to your. Make sure. Yeah, we have one problematic squiggly line there. Sorry, Jared. Okay. Let me paste it here.
So what's he saying?
It just needs an extra.
Yeah.
It needs an extra one. I don't know where.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So
let's look at it line by line now. AWS route table association. Okay, so this is what it's being named. So should we say ClassWork RT? No, don't delete everything. Just
I haven't deleted it.
I'm seeing that you violated everything. That's why I said you should not delete everything. So just from my route table, just copy just my route table and delete that one and say ClassWork RT. I didn't say copy. Like highlight and delete it. Highlight that my route table and delete it and say ClassWork RT. So then leave that. We know that this means associate. So okay, subnet. No, it's not my subnet. No, it's not. Okay, it's not. So it's going to be ClassWork subnet ID. I'm sure say one day we'll go forget to put that ID there because they always cancel the whole thing. ClassWork RT. ClassWork RT ID. That's it there. Okay, so security group. So hold on. Hold on. Okay, now we are creating security group now. Okay, let's leave it like that. So ClassWork VPC ID. I think it's even a lot straightforward to use. Well, maybe because this is like carcass, that's why it is looking straightforward. Mr. Amoyo.
Okay, so is this everything?
That's not everything. Oh, this is just to 6. Hold on.
Step 6.
Step 6.
How many steps? Are we
10.
going?
We are going to 10.
Okay.
I'm done with mine though.
You are a teacher now. Let students finish.
Mr. Moyo, we are not competing, sir.
Exactly.
They say two heads is better than one, Abi. I think we have how many heads here?
Slow and steady.
We have 7 heads. We have 7 heads. Our 7 head no reach your 1 head, Moyo. Shout out to you.
Not yet. We'll get
there. It's all right.
Go back.
You guys have exceeded your 30 minutes though, but I'll just wait for you guys to finish it.
Go back to where I'm here. I'm here, sir.
Leave it there like that. Leave it there like that. Hold on. I'm just trying to see where we stopped.
I
Your own code has worked, Mr. Moyo.
Yeah.
Why am I even asking that kind of question?
Let me go to the chart of this thing, Seth. How do I even get to the chart here? Let me go here and look for the chart. Okay. Because what Moyo posted for us. So we've done 6. Okay. So create network interface. Okay. Let me put this in chat GPT and see what it gives me. Create a network
I've
interface.
dropped it. I
Okay,
don't put
sure.
That's
down for
what you'll be using now.
assistance. Where it is that they carry all this code come from?
I think say now that your project now. That your
No. I say I
big
never reach all
project.
this. I never reach all this place. Now just deploying resource I they do. I never even started do. This is like a carcass now. So
Okay.
I think no. Wait. Which
This
one
is
did you?
7. I just posted.
No. We are not done with 6. We are not done with 6. So leave the 7.
Okay.
No, leave the 7. We'll
Okay,
go
this
back
is
to
6 now.
6.
I think you
This is
can
6
just
now.
do for 22 and 80. You can leave 443 alone since we are not deploying any SSL.
22 and 80. Okay,
Yeah.
then do paste 7 then. Paste 7.
Okay.
Paste 7. So we
Okay.
are create network interface with IP in the subnet. Okay.
Subnet resource.
ClassWork network
Step 4.
interface. And then
So
our
my
ID
ClassWork subnet.
will be AWS subnet dot my ClassWork
ClassWork
subnet. Shout out to
ID.
what's this guy? This VS code for IntelliSense. If not,
Abina.
private IP security group. So the security group, we've created security group now. AWS security
Yeah, this
group.
is
That
it. This
no
is here. On top, no line 6.
line 6. The security group. What did we call it? ClassWork security.
ClassWork security group. IntelliSense is even showing you.
Is it
IntelliSense
showing me?
already. Yeah, it's showing you.
Here? It
Yeah,
didn't show
there.
me.
Erase it first to show you.
Okay, let me erase it.
Just say ClassWork.
Dot ClassWork security group. Asheri.
Dot ID.
Okay.
So please rename this network this thing.
My network interface.
Yeah.
Put it here.
We didn't. What?
don't worry. This is gonna be this.
We need to
ClassWork.
put. Don't forget to put the tag for security group. We didn't put that there.
Where is the security group?
Below that ingress. Below that ingress. The last ingress. Yeah. Line 77. Yeah. Enter. So do the tag. Do tag. Yeah. Open curly braces. Enter. So name. Press tab.
Equal.
To
ClassWork security group.
Yes. And please remove. I think you should. Well, it still works, Shannon. It looks like Jason, so it still works. I wanted to say you should remove the coily braces on name. Please remove it. You are not using coily braces since we've started. So why should we start now?
See name here.
The coily braces that the codes.
Okay.
On name.
On name, sorry.
On name.
When I finish this class today, I will have to go drink alcohol. And if I get drunk, I will tell my wife saying I had further and follow me.
What do we do now? Yeah, so 7 is done.
Okay, so let's go to 8.
8 is in the charts. This thing.
I think we can submit here now.
8 is not in the chart. You said
it's not there. It's not
the best part.
I think I finished it. It's not pasted, though. I'm not able to paste it.
Assign an elastic IP.
Your best part.
Elastic IP. Kilo.
Yeah.
Who will pay for this elastic IP? Anyway, I'll destroy this immediately because I can know.
See, let me drop it to you on chat. It's not pasting on WhatsApp. I mean, it's not dropping on.
Yeah, drop it on WhatsApp. Drop it on WhatsApp. I dare for you anywhere you dare. I dare.
This is reminding too much. I don't drop on.
You don't drop on. Okay. Assign an elastic IP. This okay.
Copy copy your code with the place that was commented, so that you know what each block of code is doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm doing just that. I'm copying the entire thing. That way, if I can, Ogami. Oh Lord, wow. Okay, so this is what ChatGPT gave us. What's all this thing with all these VPs? This
Hold on. We'll figure it out. Scroll
okay,
up.
good. Okay.
Okay, we are on 8 now. Okay. Resource,
EIP.
okay. EIP, okay. And let's name this one my like class
Network
work
interface. We don't need to do anything. We
dot
can use
ID.
our
Rename
.id.
the EIP, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. The EIP should be
Yeah,
ClassWork underscore
ClassWork.
EIP.
Yeah. Okay, so put your cursor on that VPC. Why is it showing that squiggly line? It's deprecated, boy. Now this
VPC
is
is
one of the
deprecated.
reasons.
That's what Muyo was telling us that day, that
ChatGPT is going to
ChatGPT
fail you.
will fall our hand.
So
Okay, so
assign an E and elastic. Just continue with the rest. I will figure that one out.
okay, we can go to Elastic IP on the
That's why I want to go and
documentation.
check. That's
Okay,
why I
go
want to
check.
go and check.
Okay. But let's all right.
Figure out the
While
rest.
you are checking that one, let me be taking care of this AWS instance. Now, okay, we need an AMI.
Elastic IP. Elastic IP.
Let me come here to look for this thing with you, Jerry. Elastic IP. Oh, I come here, Jerry. Come here and say, you go here. Terraform, AWS Elastic IP. Oh yeah. Give me.
You see something?
So I don't see them now.
Wait.
See, I'm here now.
Where is it? This is multiple.
IP.
Scroll up.
But yeah, for the single Elastic IP, this is what we need.
So
the domain care. Do we have domain? Let me go.
where are you seeing domain?
The domain now. See now.
And that's I bet this is the new thing. So just copy it. Instead of saying VPC true, I think it's going to be domain equals VPC. So I don't mean you should like copy everything, like just that where you are saying VPC, just copy that part alone. Copy that domain equals VPC and then paste it in. Yeah.
Okay.
You should not show any squiggles. It's not going to show any squiggly line anymore. So
yeah.
ClassWork EIP.
ClassWork EIP.
As tag. Okay. So 9, create Ubuntu server. Okay.
Create Ubuntu server and install Apache 2. Okay. Create Ubuntu. Let me make sure the this thing is correct.
Come on.
EC2. AMI. Get 9 on AMI. The AMI ID for Ubuntu. Ubuntu. Where is the?
And this is the AMI now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the ID.
Oh, the ID. Yeah.
How do I copy this thing now? Where's the best way to get that? All right, this is the AMI ID right here. All right, good.
How did that one come out?
That's it. What's that?
How were you able to get this?
So
AMI ID.
Yeah,
just
if you click on launch instance, where you try to create an EC2 instance, you can just click on whatever one and then you get the AMI ID.
Okay.
And it looks like it's correct self. It looks like what is there is okay. No, it's not correct. I'll take that back. Okay, T2 micro, that's fine. We can use that. Okay.
Network. No. The network interface is wrong.
Interface is wrong.
ClassWork.
This network interface. and
.id.
then ID.
You guys, you remember I mentioned something earlier that when your configuration starts getting really long, you probably want to, first try to run and see if you have errors in there. But again, some of us like to take risk, and wait till the very to see all the form. But it's okay.
Mr. Moyo, that is not fair. Mr. Moyo, that is not fair. But we understand that theory, though. But what you said,
It's too late now.
what he said is true. It's true, but we've gone so far.
Yeah, it's late already.
Okay, user.
Gone so far, truly. So just
So server IP, EIP, public IP. I think we need to rename this. Leave the number 9. I think number 9 is okay. Number we are now on number 10 on line 129. So dots dot what?
Dot classwork underscore AIP.
What's the name of our public IP?
So let's take IP now.
What's the name of our public IP, Ken?
Yeah.
So our elastic IP. Where
Yes,
did you
we're
create that one?
supposed to put output somewhere. So show the we should the elastic IP last line. We're supposed to put show somewhere.
Show is down now.
Output.
Output is down now. See, 128.
128. That's output right there.
This is
So
output now.
Fine.
Dot. No. That class EIP. Dot. Hold on, I want to see what is listed here. Scroll down. Public IP. Yeah.
Okay.
So fingers crossed. Let us run Terraform. Terminal.
Yeah, I need to save it first.
Terraform minute. No, are we in the right place? No. Are we hold on first?
Wait.
We're not in the right place. We're not in the right place.
Okay. CD. Let me just go to that folder where DevOps resources.
you guys are making me blush. And I solved the YDX just from 1 + 1. That's
Okay.
moment of truth. This is taking long because AWS has quite a number of plugins.
Yeah, plugins that they're downloading. So that most of the time when I want to push my code to GitHub, I used to use GitHub Ignore to hide some of those plugins.
Yes. Yeah.
Git Terraform plan.
And
Should we do Terraform validate?
You can validate or format.
Validate or format.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
On the first try. See.
I can't watch.
Plan was still asset away. AWS account details.
Yes, it has to be.
Header
field. Okay, so here's what I did. This might be wrong, right? So no, I don't think it's wrong. So this is the name of my this thing, right? My profile. correct?
No. When you were configuring, did you use the profile flag?
I used the profile flag, yes.
So in your provider block, did you? So you probably would not see. So except you use the provider flag when you were creating that. To see it, you can go to /cd AWS now.
Did it work?
No, there's an issue with
This is the configuration now. No.
There's a problem with my AWS account.
So this is not the code issue. This is
no,
like
this is a CLI issue.
Yes.
Authentication issue. Okay, let me. I'd rather just use the root user account. But for the root user, I don't have a secret ID for the root user.
Why not just create a new
user?
not even a new user now. The user you have, just edit, create a new yes. And disable
Oh, for the user I'm trying to connect with.
Yes.
Okay.
Why is ask for the user on your account?
Because when I was creating it, the name just entered my head. I created. So this is the one that I'm using that I'm trying to use to connect now.
So you can. So if I can just go to the security credentials now.
Security credentials. Yeah. Scroll down.
Scroll down. So
yeah, create access key.
Let's create a new one. Disable that old one.
Is this CLI?
Yes, CLI.
Yes, nice CLI.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Because you have not created, I don't know why. For no.
Description tag.
No, it's not
value.
that I was okay. No, just go. Terraform.
This is Terraform, okay. Create access key. Download. All right. CLI users access key and save this.
Why not copy this to here now?
Copy
the two somewhere. Copy the two things, the access key and the secret. Copy it somewhere.
I saved the CSV file, so
okay. I have to save my CSV file first. Yes, we configure. Paste this here, and then my secret access key. Paste this here. USS 2, that's correct. That's correct. Okay.
So plan. I mean, should we do it first?
No, plans right.
Okay, let's initialize the background. If this thing work like this, I'm done for the day. I'm not learning no more.
Me too. Me too. Support that motion.
Fingers crossed this goes through. But this should work now. Yeah, it works.
Yo! Okay, let's go.
Plan at times will tell you say everything they on Kidori until you now apply.
Okay, so Terraform, what do we do now? What's
apply.
Approve.
Henry likes to do that extra work. Yes. Interesting.
Value.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Ogamoyo, why are you saying wow? Interesting. Like you didn't believe we can achieve it or what?
I don't know.
I believe. I'm excited. Like this means I'm not one of those teachers that want my students to fail.
Subnet. EC2 subnet is 400. What happened there? There's
Hold
an
on, hold on.
error creating EC2 subnet. All right, let's go and check our subnet. Let me do this one. Go to subnet. Where's our subnet? Okay, this is my class. Okay. Subnet, PPC ID, set, cider block, availability zone. Creating EC2 subnet, operation error subnet.
You didn't mention the line where the error is.
Say API invalid parameter. Value US is 2. Is that not a valid?
I thought you were supposed to put 2A that time, 2A.
2A, yeah. I think you mentioned it.
You
Why
didn't listen to it.
What do you mean by that?
You didn't listen to me. I was that time now.
Huh?
You don't put
Sharp
2A.
put down. Sharp
Wait
put down
first. Wait.
2A.
Hold on first. Hold on. Okay. Okay, but what? Okay. All right.
There's no.
Hold on.
Okay.
So what I want to know, Mr. Moyo.
Oh, I didn't save him. This thing will happen again now. Oh.
Mr. Moyo.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So what I want to know now is once you encounter issues like that, it picked out something that is wrong in your code,
Yeah.
and you correct it, do you need to run Terraform init all over again, or
No.
you just continue with the apply?
No. So if your configuration is in one file, like we have now, you don't have to. So what the init does is to pull in, the necessary plugins, and it's a one-time thing.
Okay.
But that's now changes if you're working with modules. If you're working with modules, custom modules, anytime
you have to
edit anything inside of the modules, you have to
initialize from. Okay. Yes. Let's open. Oh shit. Another error.
Image ID
This is the problem.
problem.
This image ID with the instance.
Image ID does not exist.
Does not exist. Okay. Let me go back to EC2. Image ID does not exist. Let me launch my instance again and go and look for AMI ID. Maybe I didn't copy it correctly.
I wanted to ask you this period of time that it's supposed to give us the way to get AMI without going to the console.
We will get there. I was going to say there is actually a URL, EC2 AMI locator, where you can actually get AMIs in case you don't have access to your console. But since you guys have access to the console, why not?
We don't like work, right?
We'll still talk about data source, which we'll use to pull in, AMIs. Master Adfort's network keeps kicking him out. This and only me gets terrible network here. Why don't you enable autosave, Harry?
Why
don't you enable autosave?
No, because if I need to revert, I need to be able to.
Okay.
I don't like that. Autosave option.
Do you used to write code before?
Yes.
I don't like autosave.
I do not.
Wow.
I don't like autosave because whenever I need to be able to, because autosave once it saves it, I can't control Z it.
Set your code and you want to go back, yeah?
Yeah. I cannot control Z it. Oh no, so all right.
Let me check
AMI dash. Expecting AMI dash. This is what it's expecting. It's expecting AMI dash.
I think you have an extra space.
Oh, I have. Yeah, that's what. Yes, that's it. That's it. That's it.
All
That's
these
it.
small,
That's
small
it.
things, eh?
You missed it. You should be there. But thank God for you. Point to the place. You point to where the error is.
Yes, so you can troubleshoot around that. So even if this does not work, for the fact that you guys got up to this extent, that's already says a lot. Henry that was saying, I still did learn. See, no, are you not the one that did all of this now?
Well, T2 Micro does not support AMI with a boot. Okay, so we need to change that.
Just use a T3.
So if I take this one now, for instance, your security group. Any suru.
Maybe in a new one you won't create. It should be any suru. It's not going to affect you now.
Wait, Joe. Wait.
Use a T3 small. You delete almost immediately.
Okay. Let me do this one. Let me select this details.
Henry has been beaten by AWS, so he's not.
So he's being careful.
Right.
Yeah, no way. I'm not paying you guys any penny again. One matter chop don't do.
You say use T3 small, right?
Just go and type it in your configuration. You have to copy it.
All right. Where is my T3
small?
3 dash small.
Is it dash or dot small?
Dot small, yeah. They've not sent me my account has not been, they never collect their money yet.
End of the month.
No, I know they will not. They must collect their money.
They don't joke with that.
No, at the end of the month, I'll see it. It will just come out of my credit card. That's fine. I'm just like, what? And it's Bellumi's fault.
Spend this on food.
See what is this saying again? The architecture.
Maybe now I won't use ChatGPT now. These are the things you're going to
exactly.
I warned you guys about this.
Generative
AI will introduce a lot into your code that
Yeah. See, so wait. First, the architecture of the specified type does not match. What is this thing saying? Okay, let me go to AMI. Let me do EC2 instance. Why did we even call this my EC2 instance? We should call it ClassWork EC2 instance.
That does not have anything to do with the error you're getting.
No. I know, my brother. I know.
I'm sure. Okay. Hope you're not referencing that particular resource anywhere else. Is going to break.
No. So if I go, I don't think so. I don't think we're referencing it anywhere.
Okay.
AWS EC2. Okay. Let's see what it's supposed to look like. Create one EC2.
No, this is with data. So the data just scroll to
resource.
That is a resource there now. See, you have one under that's okay, even though it's referencing the data AMI now, you can just replace the data with your own AMI.
So, Mr. Moyo, what I do is, because ChatGPT makes it easy for me to find all this code. I mean, all the codes are readily available to me. So once I get all the thing, all of the codes pasted on my VS Code, I'll now use. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I will now use.
And we don't scatter everything when I do all of that network interface that you guys added there. So what you want to do is just the AMI and then the instance type.
It's not the AMI and instance type.
That's what you want to replace in that. Yeah, Balumi, you were saying.
So I'll now go to the provider on Terraform. I'll now start checking what I've pasted. So because I need to. No,
okay.
I feel
okay too. But at times, again, like I said,
I'm still learning it, Mr. Moyo. I'm still learning it. So that's why I'm doing it like that.
That's why I'm letting you guys know the best way to do it. Again, I'm a very lazy person, and so whatever I like to take advantage of technology as much as possible. But I have seen over time that most of these AI companions now, they have
They are not updated.
outdated, yes, properties, and then they'll just put something in there that's, has been long thrown away, and then it introduce so much error, and then you keep running around. So why not just use the documentation from the onset and then save yourself having to spend time troubleshooting? Yeah, I'm sure
I
the
get
time
that.
we are using in running around now, it's almost the same time we used in creating the configuration.
I get that too. I get that.
What I use generative AI for now is I must have done my preliminary work, and then I can just tell it, okay, yes, I've done this. Can you optimize it for me, or look for a
Okay.
better way to do it? And then I can now compare, because I know my own part already works. Let's see if you're as smart as I am.
Is he complaining about? Is he complaining about the AMI?
Okay, no,
let's
you
see your
didn't
work
change. You
now.
didn't change the AMI now.
You were correction,
Yeah, I
yeah.
did change the AMI.
So just go to your AWS now to pick the AMI way. Terraform will test you, but Henry, no shake.
If I shake now, me lose now.
Yeah, be Terraform, it did.
It did there, they doing you know.
Save.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clear the screen first.
You're using a large instance, so you must delete this immediately. M5 large. Everyone pay WS money.
He will still charge me even if he doesn't. It will charge me for something. Even if I delete it immediately.
As long as it works, you upload it off. Destroy it immediately.
Once you put it off, you delete immediately. Like the one where I don't create now, I don't almost leave that thing running for 1 hour like this.
Well,
It's working now.
Looks like
Looks
it.
like
I mean, it's taking longer. So.
longer than Henry does not want to look at it.
We don't finish it.
You ran away.
Don't
Yeah,
create
so
everything
it's
finish.
done.
It's working
done.
now.
You know, it had created every other resource. It's just the EC2 now that that's the beauty of this. So you have your IP address already.
Infrastructure as a code.
This is the thing I love the most. All these clicking all the time. I don't really enjoy it. But write something that would provision stuff for you. That's
if you don't understand the clicking, you'll not appreciate.
No, I get. It makes me appreciate the what the code is doing. Yeah. But this
so you
one
can
we didn't
copy your
really
IP address and paste it
debug.
in the browser now. Yeah. This is very basic configuration now.
We didn't really debug it. The one that I did personally, oh my god, I had to leave it for some time to go and do other things because I got frustrated.
Henry, copy your IP address in the output there now.
The output in the code in the terminal.
In the result.
Yeah.
I should copy my IP address.
And paste it. Didn't you guys install Apache on instance?
We did now. Sure, are we going through all that process? It worked.
Just
now.
paste
Everything
it.
Are
you sure?
Test what you
show evidence, guy.
Let's test what we did now.
Your browser now. Yeah, paste it there.
No work.
Yeah.
Is the instance has this thing deployed? Finished deploying?
Yeah, I believe so.
Right now it should be done.
Did you enable it? Let's see. We enable the ANIs. Apache. Sorry.
Do you need to connect? Why do you need to connect?
I don't think you need to connect.
No, I'm just trying to see if
the
connection would actually be established.
Okay.
But let me refresh this page.
So there's probably something wrong with the scripts.
Why didn't this guy tell us that there was something?
It won't break now. You know, if you had a user data, so even if your user data is wrong, it will still provision the instance. It's just that it will not run all of those commands.
Okay.
Do you guys want to see my solution? I think this was actually a good trial.
Yes, can you please just give us your solution? Give it to us in a
I'll just
in
walk. I'll
a
just walk us
in a
through it
file.
very briefly.
Yes. Okay, that's fine.
Let me just take this entire thing
Destroy it though.
and yeah, I'm about to
Comment out.
comment out the whole thing and then do
Destroy.
Okay,
apply.
All right, makes sense. So this was actually a very good what's in the destroy?
Mhm.
Is this still Henry's screen?
Yeah, still
Yeah,
in
this
it.
is my screen.
Okay.
Oh, it's still running now.
Wait, did you save the file when you
I did
submitted it?
not.
Uh,
I absolutely did not.
Perfect.
I absolutely did not. I absolutely did not save the file.
Because I saw that the thing ran very fast, you know.
Also, so if you made changes to the script now, I mean to the script to deploy the Apache this thing now,
Yeah.
and you've already created all these other resources down, and you do
I'll,
Terraform apply, will
yeah.
it recreate or it will just note that all these things are already existing
Let
and
me.
then it
I
will
want you to try this out personally. I know the answer already, but I think it's better you you test it, put a wrong user data, and
okay.
update it and see if it would actually. So we are deploying a mutable infrastructure. So but I want you to try it out. Yeah.
Okay, okay. You are destroying already.
Yes.
You no get chills, oh. You don't even say me you admire your work. You don't already started destroy.
M5
Henry,
launch guy. Yeah. You destroy ammo.
Henry to the fear. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
destroy
Why they
everything.
fear like this?
Yeah, it's not.
Henry is just money. Spend this money, Henry.
Mobile will not refund him for that, please.
Yeah. A good exercise anyway.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
actually
Moyo, it'll be nice to have your just what you let's if you
Let's
can
see
walk
your
through your
code.
solution. Yeah.
yes. Let's walk
Night destroy it. Nice.
really fast. And you can stop
Okay.
sharing now.
Because
Terminated. Yeah.
so you guys owe me money for this exercise we did today. Because
It's
you owe me money. I mean, you know me. You guys don't think you owe me money. You don't think you owe me some appreciation. Let's let the
I'm
offering
appreciating you
basket.
already.
Let the offering basket go around. Though.
In Alfred Basket. All right. Well, that was actually a very good trial. Yeah. Um, the fact that you guys were able to get through all of that, yeah, even though use the whole of our session, but no wala. Yeah. Again, and I'll keep saying it, I don't like work. So I would any um infrastructure I want to create, I always start from the most basic. And because I know I can always update these things if the need arise. Yeah. So you'd see from my configuration, everything here is like the very basic configuration. My VPC, my internet gateway, my routes table, receiving routes from just anywhere. Um, yeah. And my subnets, US East one. I think this was where you guys two rather
Yeah.
East two. And then I have my subnet association. Make sure I interpolated the right subnet ID and also the right route table. And then security group. This can also be very tricky, especially with the ingress and um, egress. Yeah, so for ingress, allowing port 80, which is TCP protocol from your, wildcard CIDR, and also port 22 also. from a wildcard. It's also a TCP protocol. For the egress, this is
You got this from Terraform. You got all this. I mean, from all this ingress, egress, all this. You got it from Terraform.
So in the Terraform registry, you don't the examples there would not give you ingress. Yeah, but again, you would read through all of the list of
Options.
listing properties that you have there, and then you can use that to determine exactly. And then your knowledge of how this is done also in the console would actually help you determine, okay, yes, from ports to ports. Yeah, so if you have access to the console, if you go to setting up, a security group, you would see how it's listed there, and from there you can, relate it with what you have in the Terraform registry, and you're able to pinpoint exactly what you need to do. Yeah. Then the network interface. This basically you would need to add a private IP address. I just choose, any one, and then the subnet ID, security group, pointing into the security group that was created, and also then the elastic IP. Make sure it's pointing to the network, is attached to that network interface associated with that private IP address. And then the depends on basically is saying this internet gateway must be available before this EIP is actually created. Yeah. And the instance itself, just added a key name. I don't know why I needed that though. I won't be associating or connecting to it. And then the EIP, ensure that the EIP actually exists before creating the EC2 instance. Yeah. And network interface, adding that to it. And then my user data, echoing hello Henry. So an index, to the index.html file, then outputting the elastic IP address and also the private IP address. And this is my output here, EIP and private IP address. And if I put this in the browser, I think I put that in the browser already. Nope, I did not. So I didn't test this thing if it work or not. Anyway, don't embarrass me, I beg.
What does the EOF stand for? That EOF.
Okay, so a good question actually. I knew I wanted to explain that. So it's basically like a so is this notation is saying I want to have a multi-line command as part of this user data property. So the user data property actually allows you have multi-line commands now or scripts, whatever. Yeah. So the EOF is a convention, is end of file, but it's just a way of telling the Terraform engine now that this is where my multi-line string is starting from. Yeah. And then this, whatever it is that you use in here has to, you have to append it to the end of your multi-line string to tell the engine that its multi-line string is ending here. So it can be anything. I can type Monyo here, but it's just that whatever you use as part of this, formatting now, must be the same that you use in here. Yeah. So this is not always the best. I think it's always when you want to add a user data, it's always better you have a text file, create a file in here, maybe your script, and then use this user data 64 bits, and then just append that to it. Again, there are multiple ways of actually achieving the same thing, albeit some ways are better than the other. And so again, this is a very basic configuration, creating all of this. Yeah. So I would have expected when you guys were having that issues to check your VPC. Maybe there was something that was maybe your internet gateway was not properly, it's not routing, but every connected to it. So obviously to the instance, I'm sure it's probably the
script.
Visitor.
script. Yes, exactly. I thought I tagged this. Okay. Didn't tag this. So everything checks out just fine. All right. So what made this easy? Imagine okay, you did not have that all of this mind map kind of it would take more time. Again, I want to begin. This is not the only way to actually do this. There are multiple ways you can actually do it using your AI assistant. Also, would work. But it's always good to have like that mind map, have it listed, list of resources that you want to create. It will guide. You don't, even though Terraform does not care how you create all of those resources, but you want to have, a plan sort of to guide how you create these resources. Yeah. And again, the beauty of all of this is I can create this as more, multiple times. I can delete and have my configuration still sitting there, auto approve, and then come back to it. If I need to add more things, I add more things to it, and then keep updating that configuration as much as I like. Yeah. Now this is just one. We have 168 lines of code already for this very basic configure architecture. Imagine we have multiple subnets, multiple availability zones. You can imagine number of lines of code. So when you have a much complex or larger kind of architecture, there are better ways. You don't want to have all of your configuration inside of one file. You want to put them in multiple files again for easy management. Imagine there was, I had an error somewhere here. I have to scroll and scroll and scroll to be able to come in here. So would be moving to structuring our configuration, better now. Yeah, as part of our, yeah, we're moving to that basically. I hope this is fine, or is there any?
Yeah, can I see your the script, please?
Okay.
Please place that in again. I will let me copy it. My line went off before. It's fresh. Place the line of code again. It's
Can you post the entire script, please? Just post the entire script. Let us copy it.
Okay.
Or if there's a better way to just so that we can have it. Because this script is going to be my starting point for even my new job that I'm manifesting.
You're calling it into existence.
Yes, so. Yes, so.
I know. I'm not
I'll
sure.
tell them I'm a Terraform expert. And when I have issues like this, Hartford and Pelumi, you guys will be there. Don't expect any money from me. I'm not gonna pay you anything.
No, that's by default now. Come on. And why would you expect money? It's by default. My AWS collects money. Why won't we collect money?
The life is not about money, Pelumi. You have to learn to just help without
help
Wow.
AWS to that.
Wow. Okay.
Let's do something. Maybe let's do something with the week. Let's come out with the architecture of this model deployment now. I know it's one VPC, one subnet, and this architecture.
That's why I came. This is just one. This is, you can have a view of the architecture. There's no architecture here, self. It's just
yes, yes, I know.
Okay. It seems Zoom is going to frustrate me with this copying.
Well, I mean, we can
Control copy it. Control A.
You can just
What?
put it in a file and send us the file. We'll
Even
download it.
That one is
even-
better.
Even better.
Yeah,
better,
that'll be better that way. Yeah.
Better.
Mm.
Mm. All right. Let's quickly do this.
But I would honestly like to see how you want to split for better management of the code.
We will
I
get
would like
there.
to see how you want to split it.
We will get there.
So the one I'm doing, the format that we are supposed to use is to put the config in a particular place, the provider in a particular place. Main is the actual code, and variable is the data that you'll be populating into the main. So that's the format that the person that gave us the project said we should follow. So is that how you want
Yes,
to?
so you have your entry point, which will be your main.config.
Okay.
And then,
Okay.
so again, you can actually break this down as much as possible. You can decide, okay, yes, I want to have my networking, or I want to have my VPC and maybe subnets in a separate
Yeah,
file.
yeah, that
Or
one
my,
too.
my,
Yeah, that one
my
too.
internet gateway, again, just to yeah, make it more
EC2
manageable.
instance in a particular
You
file.
can
Yeah,
have a
because
security
file.
group,
because
and
each one is a resource on its own,
on
right?
its
So you can
own,
split
yes. So
split it.
split them as you seem fit. You can decide to put each of them in different files. It just means you have multiple files, part of your configuration.
Okay.
Not even attach files. Yeah. Zoom is so restrictive with all of these things.
Send it to us on Discord now.
Yes, okay. But I've shared it here though, for those that want to download immediately, and then I'll share it on Discord also.
Okay.
Can we call it a night, guys?
I mean, yes, it's okay.
It's a good
Yes,
one.
so
Let's
we
go
absolutely can call it a night because
Let's go and drink water on this one.
well, we have learned a lot, and I can go drink some beer.
I like that you guys actually worked on this. Your level of understanding of writing configuration has actually gone up. Whatever configuration I will be writing now. See, I could show you what I just did, and you guys understood
You
it because you
understood.
worked
Yeah, that's true.
on your own yourself. Again, but Balumi and Master Hartford, you guys and Taiwo also, you probably want to try to replicate this and not just copy and
For
paste.
sure, for sure.
That's why I say you send yes.
Maybe I shouldn't have even shared this self. Maybe let you guys go and work on it.
That's why I didn't want to ask. That's why I didn't want to. I just needed that
Yeah.
script, just that script that you used to deploy Apache
Don't
and
share.
all that.
Can I delete?
I
I'm
will.
sure you guys have copied it already. I've downloaded it.
No,
Send to
you,
us.
you leave it to us to do it
Go back with
first
your own.
before
I'll do it
we check
Yes,
the
I
code.
trust that you would. It's better. Aside maybe guiding Henry doing it yourself actually is putting the resources in the right place, and yeah, makes sense.
What I even want to do is I don't want to use chat now. I want to make use of the provider, the Terraform site.
It would help you a lot moving forward because it's not every again from experience.
I get you. I understand.
I don't think my eyes see. Last,
I
I'll
understand.
have to discard everything
And
that's
start over again.
and then start all over again. So I've seen that
I get you.
it's not the best, especially when you're creating from scratch. Yeah, if you
I get
want
you.
to use it to manage configuration,
The thing is, I'm still finding it a bit difficult to navigate that side, but I have to force myself to understand how to navigate to
it
check
can be
for
a
each of those
handful.
resources.
That's why I showed that
Yeah.
easy way, depending on what resource you want to create. Just go
Yeah.
straight, just type it in the browser and then focus on that. And if you finish, you can open as many browsers as you want. You're not going to be built for that.
Makes sense. Cool.
All right, guys.
Thank you very much to this class. Very engaging. I love it.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Balumi.
Thank you so much, sir.
Have a great week.
Yeah, you too.